What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to discuss how to take losses when trading and how profitable traders are some of the most consistent losers. Even though that statement sounds very contradictory, profitable trader and consistent loser, profitable traders are some of the best losers. The reason for that is profitable traders, they have their max loss and they don't mess around with that. Once they enter a trade, they know how much money they're willing to lose in that trade and they don't move their stop loss, they don't add more to the position. Once they're stopped out, they're stopped out. They look for a new position. Personally, myself, if I risk $5,000 per trade, once I hit that $5,000 stop loss, I'm not going to re-enter that trade. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave that trade alone and I'm going to look for a new trade. What this prevents me from doing is losing way more than I wanted to lose in a trade and helping me manage my losses, which helps me become a consistent trader, and it allows my profits to skyrocket and my losses stay the same. The reason I was inspired to talk about this is recently I've had a lot of interest in my AI, and a lot of new traders or beginner traders who DM me are asking me, how do I know I'm going to make money? Or how do I know this trade is going to make me money or it's going to lose me money? And the way to answer this as a profitable trader is I don't know. Because you never know if a trade is going to make you money or if it's going to lose money. But the thing is, you can establish your max loss for that trade. So you'll know you can only lose a certain amount of money. What this means is once you have a winning trade, you can scale out of that winning trade to let it keep running as much as you want it to. For example, let's say I have a price target, I sell half of it once price reaches there, and then it goes a little bit higher and I sell the second half of the position, so I'm left with a quarter of my initial position, and I let that position run as far as it wants to with a trailing stop at the initial profit target. What this means is my winners can make unlimited upside and my losers have limited downside. This scales the trades into my favor rather than me scaling into losing positions out of my favor. And with that, I want to show some examples of this. I want to show you some losing trades from my AI. You might be asking, why would you want to show losing trades in your AI? The reason I want to do this is I want to be really transparent with my AI. I want to show people the profits it can make and the losses it can make. In the long run, I want to show everyone that my AI is a long-term profitability program instead of trying to be like some sort of wizard and try to make some crazy trades and blow up. But anyways, so the last two trades my AI took today were actually losing trades. Not necessarily losing trades because the first one actually went up 80% in profit and the second one went up 35% in profit. But it really depends on where your profit target was. If your profit target was 50%, the first one was a winning trade and the second one would have been a losing trade. But if your profit target was 100%, both of them would have been losing trades. So this really shows the dynamics of how a trade can be a loser in someone's eyes and it can be a winner in someone else's eyes. For example, in my personal brokerage account that I've allocated some money to just trade off this options AI, I've set my take profit at 100% and my stop loss at 50%. So for me, both of these were losing trades. But does that really mean anything for my account in the long run? No, because the drawdown from these two trades means nothing compared to all the winning trades that have built up my account. I just want to hop into these two trades to do a quick trade review to wrap up this video. The first trade was a Google call, and this call was made at around 9:30 market open. Google ran up 1.3% after this, leading to an 80% increase in the contract, and it dumped back down. The reason I believe the options AI actually spotted this trade was there was extreme buy volume, and if you look at Google on a bigger time frame like the 4-hourly, what you notice is Google attempted to break out from this initial rejection here, and what the AI probably saw was an insurgence of volume buy side to push it up outside of here and have an immensely profitable trade. So in my eyes, this was a good trade even though it wasn't a winning trade. The second trade was on SPX, and what I see happened here was the AI thought that buyers were going to take control here and assumed that we're probably going to have some V reversal here. But honestly, if I was looking at this trade from like a pure just trading perspective, we're in too much of a downtrend to try to reverse any type of long right now. And for any, substantial longs, I would want to see some further confirmation here. But this trade wasn't bad actually. It caught somewhat of a bottom and price did come up. Depending on how you played this trade, you could have maybe made money if you scalped it really well. But honestly, I wouldn't have taken this trade. And this comes back to how you utilize the AI. I know that more advanced traders, more experienced traders, what they're doing with my AI is if they agree with the trade, if it's in their bias, they'll take the trade, and if it's not with their bias, they'll skip out on this trade. And what that does is, if you're a good trader, if you're an advanced trader, you can make a lot of money from the AI because you're gonna pick and choose the ones that you think are profitable. And if you're a good trader, you're gonna figure out which ones are profitable pretty quickly. If I was just looking at this trade personally, I wouldn't have taken it, but for experimental purposes, I'm taking every single trade in my personal account, and it's been netting me pretty well actually. And if you're a beginner trader, honestly, you can take every single trade that the AI takes, and you can just take the exact same strike price and everything. But if you're a more advanced trader, you can actually take different strike prices. You can be like, okay, SPX call, I'm not too confident in this, so I'm gonna make it more in the money, and I'm gonna give myself more time till expiration, right? So you can just modify and play around with that, of course, if you know what you're doing. But as it is, the AI is very profitable with its own callouts and when it makes those callouts. So going back at this, actually, I just want to cover a trade from the 6th here. This was yesterday, and this was an insane trade. This trade right here, the AI caught this short. This is an absurd short. Honestly, this is very exciting for me just because the AI is getting really good. And what I mean by this is the AI made this put call out at 11:47, and if you look here at 11:47, that's right around here. The AI caught the absolute top of this day. This day was a gap up, and I believe the whole stock market was up a couple of percent, and it made this short position. I was really reluctant to take this trade when the AI called it out, but look at the return on this trade. 1400%. If you don't know what that is, that means 14x trade. If you put in $1,000 into this trade and you held it until 1400%, you would have had $14,000 off $1,000. This was an absurdly good trade, and this makes me want to adjust my parameters for my trading. I might bump up my take profits to 150% to capitalize on some of these really good trades it's been taking. It also took this Tesla call and it profited 350%, and then on the previous SPX call it did 400%, on the coin call it did 300%, and on the other Meta call it did 200%. But it's been performing very, very well, and when it wins big. Like it's doing really good, and I'm just gonna keep monitoring this. Honestly, I might scale my positions to maybe 10% risk per trade and then have my take profit at 150%. I'm not sure. In the next update, I'll definitely update you guys on this. But if you guys have any questions about the AI, if you have any questions about trading psychology, if you have any questions about anything really, just DM me on Discord. But keep in mind, I'm getting a lot of DMs recently and I'm trying to keep up with all of them. But what ends up happening is a lot of conversations get moved down and down. So if you guys notice I haven't responded to you in a long time, just send me another message and it'll bring it back to the top of my inbox and I can try to take a look at it. But have a good one, guys. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Have a good one.